Is it going? Oh man, I just woke up for a nap. That's why I look still a little dazed and confused. But um, yeah, it's been a little bit. I thought I would jump on. Of course, we struggle with the lighting. That's pretty typical of me. How are you guys? How's it going? See if we get some more. It's not as likely. I don't know. People in different parts of the world, we might get some different people. Okay. Hey. Yeah. I mean, that's fair. The energy is a little iffy right now. So that makes sense. Well, we can get into some of that stuff. The comments are cracking me up. Hi, guys. How are you handling everything? Are you surviving? Giving a like. Jeez, the algos. Irene, that's so funny. Okay. Yeah, let's go over some stuff before I dive into all the readings. Yeah. I get that a lot. Comments are spot on. So we can go through some of this stuff. Hey, Tiff. Hi, Marcy, Grandma, Xing me. Indira Komotim, Aqua Spices. I don't really know. But, okay. First off, I was going to say, yeah, let's start with good news. Start off on a good note. I was thinking about doing a giveaway for hitting 150,000. And I was kind of thinking about doing some different stuff. Like, first, I was thinking about doing some herbs as a giveaway. So there's that. But also, I was gonna do some decks, like right when we hit 150,000, which who knows if that's gonna happen. It's been like slow moving to there. It's kind of hilarious. But yeah, I was kind of thinking about doing a giveaway when I hit 150,000 because that's pretty surprising with how things went with the algorithm for the past couple of years. So, um, yeah, I'm still thinking about how I'm gonna choose. Oh, thank you. That's so nice. Yeah, I'm a very particular person in the decks that I use. I usually like using artists and promoting their work. So here's what I was thinking about. So I was thinking, hi, Omira. Hi, Matthew. Hi, Michelle. Yeah, the round cards. I wasn't totally sure if this is bad. So I was thinking about doing the giveaway, and I was thinking, like, is it bad if they're opened and used? Like, does that bother people? Because the last time I did a giveaway, that's what I did. I gave away unopened decks and opened decks. And I was like, maybe people didn't want that, Joss. So I was kind of cracking up about that because I was like, yeah, maybe that wasn't like tarot protocol. Because I just figured, oh, okay, that's so nice. Yeah, totally. I kind of figured like some might be okay, some might not be okay with that. So maybe I could even pick and choose depending on that. Like, yeah. I mean, hopefully I have good vibes. Um, That's cool. Okay. Some mixed responses. That's very nice. Okay. Well, cool. So I will consider that for the giveaway because I've got some good stuff. I have some decks that I haven't even used on the channel. Some are even unopened decks, and I was like, I could probably send those out for the giveaway. So more information will come on that. Okay, so be prepared for the giveaway. To be honest, I was kind of thinking about picking the giveaway from either people that have liked a video or Instagram followers. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. I've been thinking quite a bit about it. I've had plenty of time to sit on this and think about it. So, oh, okay. Yeah, Francis, the latest deck that I use is the Vinder deck. She's a really great artist. I love her stuff. She's really cool. I was really excited when I came across her on Instagram. But, okay. There was only one person that took on the herb comment. It would probably be some of the specific herbs that I use that are actually pretty pricey. So I was thinking about doing some in a giveaway so you guys could try them out and see what type of response you get energetically from them and maybe something like that. Oh, okay, look at that. We've got, you know, there have been so many interesting decks out. Let's just chat for a bit, although I really need to get into the readings because, yeah, I can't stay up too late. But, okay. Look at it. Some peeps are okay with the herbs. Yeah, look at all my amazing, look at this. Yeah, that's cool. Awesome. Oh, my nettle tea. Yeah, I've got a good one. I've got a good nettle tea. I love that. I'm in Canada, we like herbs. That's good. I approve. So those were my thoughts. What else was I gonna say to you guys? What was I gonna say? Okay, so I'll consider that. I want to get your guys' take on it. So I'll think about that for the giveaway too. Oh yeah, that's what I wanted to talk about. These new decks I've been seeing out. Yeah, I get so, like, there are some decks that I really want to use on the channel, but I'm like, I don't think they really go with the quantum thing. Like, sometimes I've seen the Friends deck floating around, and I think that's so cute. I've been so tempted to get, like, the Friends deck, and yeah, so. Yeah, actually, yes, I will be doing that tarot minimalist. I know I've got to, I have that all put together. So, yeah, there'll be some information coming out about that. Yeah, the Golden Girls deck. You know, I never watched the Golden Girls, growing up or anything. So I didn't really like make a connection to them. I had a friend that loved that show. Yeah, the TV show Friends. There's like a tarot deck for Friends. That's so cool. Yeah, I'm very particular about my decks because I like them to be different and I like to help out other artists that are trying to get their decks promoted. I feel like that's kind of what I like to do. What else was I going to tell you? Okay, let's get into some of this stuff. First off, it's Hoover season. How long has it been since I've talked about that? Um, that's cute. Yeah, it is Hoover season. Plus 6 planets retrograde this month. So yes, a lot of reassessing, and you'll hear I swear I've seen like a million videos pop up in my feed about uh, um the 6 retrogrades being in Virgo season, so all about like details and things popping up that you didn't see. And that's what I've been seeing, but it's like connected. I've been seeing all these signs from the eclipse. So you remember back in the day, the last eclipse that we had? So whatever was you were dealing with around that time will be kind of exposed right now. So that could be people and situations, that could be like social things getting called out in a way. Does that make sense? So, yes. If there were things that you were confused about, like almost like two-minded with, you will probably be seeing like, whoa, I like if you were cautious about certain things, or you had just like a weird feeling about certain people or things that you were involved with, boom, it's going to be coming up probably pretty clear. Okay, because I've been seeing that. But I've, to be honest, um, like I've seen that happening lately. Like I'll try not to give too many details because it's definitely been happening for me, but I've been seeing like also other signs that are accompanying with it that are saying it's not that bad. Like almost soothing, because you might have a little bit of a mental freak out thinking like you can't handle one more thing, but actually will be pretty good. It can be resolved easily. Okay. Yeah. So keep that in mind, because definitely I have totally been seeing that popping up. Like anything that was hidden before, like the eclipse time, now it's being seen. Yeah, it's actually a good thing. Even though it can kind of be crazy because you see like people, maybe not in the best light. Um, so that can be an initial sting, but once you get through that, it actually won't be that bad. Okay. Yeah, I mean, yeah, if you guys hit the like button, it will help us to get to 150,000 a little bit faster, so then we can do an actual giveaway. So there's that. That does help out a little bit. So should we dive in? So things will be all right. Okay, anything that comes up to the surface, like I said, take the losses if you can, or approach the situations. I know. And the interesting thing, yeah, people will probably be exposed during this time. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. So there can be situations like that. Oh, yes. But going back to the previous thing that I was saying is like, this is a big time Hoover season. So you can either have people that hoover you. I know that some of you guys might not be familiar with that term. I was seeing that in a comment. Someone was saying hoover like the vacuum. So hoovering is when a person can pull you back in to like a dynamic that you have with them. Kind of like the merry-go-round, so you can get pulled back in to something with a particular person. So keep your boundaries strong. Okay. Yeah, so Hoover, it is kind of like the vacuum because it sucks you in. So you can not only get a Hoover from another person, but you can also do a self Hoover. So it's just good to educate yourselves if you guys like aren't totally familiar with that, because this month will be a pretty big like Hoover season. So make sure that you're settled and stable. Yeah, it is kind of like a black hole. Okay, that's interesting. Yeah, you can hoover yourself. So that's why I was saying, like, you want to make sure you're keeping up with your self-care very strong right now, because you can go back to another energy that felt comfortable at some time, even though you've grown beyond it, but you can still feel like you know, if you're not feeling semi-secure, or if you fall out of balance emotionally, if some old things come up to the surface, then you can, that's where self-hoover comes in. So self-hoover is kind of like when you yourself break your own boundaries and go back to an abusive dynamic. Okay? Whatever that means. Okay, so I was going to get into the signs. So I was going to keep that in mind. Hoover season plus the 6 retrogrades, because now we're in Mercury pre-shadow. And that will be an interesting energy. So technically, if things have felt really crazy, it's because you've already been dealing with 5 retrograde planets. So Uranus retrograde has actually been kind of fascinating, because it might be if you were rebelling over finishing certain projects, you might actually be going back to those things, and you're not rebelling or self-sabotaging, you're actually taking care of things. Uranus retrograde is very fascinating like that. But all the while, what's happening is like that Pluto retrograde will be pulling up certain memories, you know, like you can even notice that you have timelines crossing a little bit. So if you're seeing synchronicities around you that you're like, oh, that means I can take action on it, I would wait and hold off, because when all of the planets go direct, things will be vastly different. So try to wait until October to make any type of decisions about what you're doing, because right now I think that they're energetic triggers, like synchronicities around retrograde times are pretty much telling you that psychologically you're reverting back to old memories. That's why I was saying it can feel like timelines are crossing, because you can be like, whoa, this reminds me of this time, and then this reminds me of that time. So you can kind of like bounce back and forth, because it's all neural net wiring. Okay, this isn't like some woohoo thing. It's like the body keeps the score. This is the science of trauma being stored in your body. And so that's why I was talking about the importance of what you're doing with your self-care to energetically pull those things up to the surface. And it's not always going to feel nice. it will, but it's like undoing all your blockages. So the more that you can keep to yourself, hermit, I'm not saying you guys have to completely isolate, but try to watch your entanglements and who you get really enmeshed with, because that can hinder your progress. That can like throw off a little bit of the process. Okay, so it's about finding a way to continue what you're doing. And even though at times, like, this is a really good time for codependencies to break, those patterns, whatever, if you want to call them generational curses, this is a really good time to stay very focused on yourself and finish out a hermit mode. Okay, you really can get a lot done and allow emotions to come up to the surface. Drink a lot of water. Who said that? Someone brilliantly mentioned Epsom salt baths. Yeah, that's great. And lots of time in nature and bodies of water. I mean, these are things we all know. It's just about implementing it in that moment, especially when you feel very emotional, okay? Because that doesn't always feel like when you're in the midst of the emotion, it can just feel like you can't see out of it. So here's the voice to listen to go do those things and take action for like how to neutralize yourself in a constructive way, okay? Because connecting with people always isn't always the best. I'm not saying you guys need to completely isolate. We're not going to go there. I was about to say something, but we're not going to go there. Okay, so yeah. Let's dive in. Look at that. We've got a few peeps in the chat. Irene. Oh, that's actually really amazing that you would admit that. That's natural. In fact, I think I heard that by an astrologer who've been mean to people. It can just mean like, yeah, here's what I'll tell you too, okay? When you ingest certain chemicals, this is very real because everything is like creates a response from you. So something that I've noticed is if you over ingest a lot of salt or nuts like pistachios or cashews, you can tend to be a little bit more intolerant of people. It can make you a little bit more negative or, you know, kind of bitchy. So I totally get that. So that might be something like, it's not necessarily saying a bad thing. Like maybe that might be a good way for you to approach people in situations is you're not getting walked all over. But that definitely does happen. People people ingest way too much salt. That one is so crazy to me. Yeah, it makes them salty. Exactly. That's so funny. Yeah, that's interesting. Okay, should we dive in? Let's start with Aries and start moving along. Sometimes I like to give a nice... No, I'm not going to say that. I'm actually doing so good. For being in Mercury retrograde pre-shadow, I'm actually catching myself much better than I expected. So what do we know about Mercury retrograde? You can say things without thinking. You can do something that you regret big time. And so think before you act, think before you speak. Hi, Georgia. And typical stuff, Mercury retrograde, but being with 6 planets retrograde, I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little like, oh man, it is tempting to go in and hide. I'm not one of those people, but you know, it's something you probably won't be able to get around. Okay, let's start with Aries, shall we? So I actually already pulled some cards. Please don't hate me, but I'm going to jump into this one. Okay. Pretty much is just showing like if you guys are Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus, hopefully, yeah, we've been a while. Hopefully that was a big intro. So keep all that stuff in mind. Okay, so Aries, sorry. It feels as though there's like a situation that is on pause and like it's a situation that's hard to let go of because we have the Hanged Man, so there's Pisces energy, of course. And then we have the Six of Swords, the Ace of Pentacles, the King of Swords, and the Three of Swords. Sorry, that's awkward. Yeah, that happens. So, here's what I think is happening. Pretty much like there's a situation that's not moving, okay? There could be a person here that's like there was some pain here that happened in a situation, okay? There even could have been like a third party energy that was interfering with this. However that applies. That could be jealousy. That could be another person like struggling or feeling excluded, and then, you know, bringing another person in. There's just like, there's a situation that's just paused, but also fascinatingly, there's a new thing that is coming in that there's a distance between you and another energy. Okay. So I feel like there's another energy that could be involved here, but they're struggling, like they might be struggling to let go of what they need to let go of to really move in the direction of this coming together. So if this is like, if this is a connection, which I don't see that it is, I can just see that there's a distance between you and another person. Okay. And this King of Swords almost feels like a person that is wise and intelligent enough to, like, this person is, both of these people are pretty powerful energies, because, I mean, this is a major arcana, so someone's going through a really big lesson, and then the King of Swords is saying, like, this person has a level of knowledge, experience, or intelligence to understand another person's process and what they need to go through to, like, what they need to let go of. There's a person who has the intelligence and awareness of that. Maybe even an age difference. So there could be an energy here. I mean, the Ace of Pentacles fascinatingly is showing something stable coming in. So it's possible that there could be, like, when an energy here finally puts a distance between something else, like maybe it's even a trauma bond. Maybe this is family members. This could be a multitude of things, but when this person officially puts distance here, there's something stable that could come out of this. Maybe a new opportunity. It could be, this is some form of maybe a commitment or contracts or like agreements that would come together here. It could even be a new home or new way to generate money. So that actually looks pretty good. It actually looks like, see, so this card means that whatever has been stagnant, now you're gonna start to see, like, there's gonna be movement with the Six of Swords. Because now you'll probably get some type of information or see something officially that you haven't seen before. Maybe it's a perspective shift that's finally coming in, so you can kind of clear up if you had cognitive dissonance, like I mentioned before, or any type of confusion. It's probably going to come in right now. Trust me on that one. Okay. That's very interesting. Okay. Let's move into Taurus. Okay, Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. I have an idea that is crazy great. Taurus. That seemed really positive. Taurus. Oh. Wow, that is an unbelievably straight up message. Okay, Taurus, so we've got the Four of Wands and the Chiron card. I'm not gonna lie, that can be, I mean, with the Four of Wands, that could be stuff around home and family. If any of you guys are married or you're dating anyone, this can be like fears of commitment, okay? But also, do you know, it's interesting what I saw? There's like a lot of really positive energy coming in around commitments. So if there's something that comes up, like involving your living situation. It might be something that comes back around. I don't know if it's like involving a landlord or something going on with your home, property taxes. I don't know what it is, but I can't make that up. The Six of Cups is right there. What did I just say? So there's a past energy. I'm going to give you guys a heads up too, just because of this Hoover energy. There could be an energy that tries to resurface, that there's like maybe a karmic bond there. And so if there was like a person that you were close to committing to, or that you were actually married to, it feels like some old stuff might resurface at this time. Also, there could be stuff around children or someone who acts like a child, very childlike and innocent. It's a straight up message that you'll either have a situation come up that makes, like, possibly triggers the past. But you have the Three of Cups right there. How fascinating. I'm not gonna lie, there are really good cards that are surrounding this Chiron card. So this Three of Cups can either be friendship or support that you can lean on, which is actually kind of nice. So your Chiron is your chronic wound in this lifetime. And it's such a, I've talked about this many times. Chiron is like so fascinating because it can like be just this constant little wound that you have to address every so once in a while. But it brings all these weird blessings into your life too. It's the weirdest thing. Like, I've brought this up before too. Christopher Renstrom, he's a really great astrologist, and he did this whole thing on Chiron, and I still remember his words where he said, most people will be inspired by the ways that you approach your Chiron wound. So people might be inspired by that, which is a very conflicting emotion. I think it's some kind of alchemy that happens, because what feels like a wound you will have gratitude for. So it's like, yeah. So whatever is happening with this stuff, it actually has good energy around it. Four of Wands is like kind of celebration, and Three of Cups is also like a celebration. So I don't know if there's like a social gathering coming up. There could be some wounds that resurface. Maybe someone isn't there. There's like a celebration or a outing coming up in some way, like a social thing or gathering. And you might just feel like a little pain, maybe because someone's not there, or yeah, just stuff like that. Very interesting. Okay, let's do Gemini. Gemini, sun, moon, rising, and Venus. Let's dive in. You can tell I do not care apparently what I look like today, because I'm just like, just woke up right from the nap and came right into the reading. Okay. Gem. Holy finances stuff. Okay. This totally feels like, oh, wow, that's very clear cut. Wait. I said the wrong thing for Taurus, but maybe that was just meant to be. So I'm just going to leave it like that. That's so funny. Okay. So we have an interaction with two people. Okay. I'm just going to say it straight up, because we have the Queen of Swords, we have the Queen of Pentacles and the Eight of Pentacles, and then here's the Four of Wands. Okay, so that's why I was like, oh, Taurus, technically, I think at the Five of Wands. So that was really funny. Okay. Oh, all right. It pretty much feels like to me, you could be, this is the Virgo energy. So there's a person that Huh. Very interesting. This is very interesting. I don't know if this is involving commitment, Four of Wands, or a living arrangement or something like that. This could be involving a landlord. Okay. Yeah, I think I'm going to say that because it almost feels like there's a person here that won't budge on something. And it kind of is showing me that you might be trying to make some progress monetarily, and kind of there's this person here that like will not budge. That's what I'm getting from this Queen of Swords. It's kind of like you could be working really hard on something financially. That's the Virgo energy of like looking at all the details, like trying to make progress in your financial goals or with work projects. So it feels like that's a big emphasis during this time, okay? And there's an energy here that's kind of guarded. Whoever that Queen of Swords is. Technically, I would say that's you, Gem. So maybe the energy is vice versa. There could be an energy that you're dealing with if it's somehow connected to finances. Like you might be very like watching someone or communicating with them quite like direct. This person maybe didn't complete something all the way, or they could have been slacking, or they could have been lazy in some way, because the Eight of Pentacles is kind of like unfinished work. And this is you kind of like seeing everything about this person. I have no idea what's going on in this situation. But you have your boundaries up, and like your communications are very like direct, knowledgeable. So it's kind of like a, you know, I heard that song today. There was this song that said, "They're not gonna fool us again." What's that song? I was hearing that today. And that kind of feels like right now. So someone, but it could have just been someone didn't finish something correctly, or something didn't, like, you are like spot on about it. And I can see almost like this person, if this is a business deal or something, they might be scrambling or panicked a little bit. But the Four of Wands is fascinating because it might be that this might be somehow connected to your home or your living arrangements. Like you have that behind you where you're trying to look at all the details of everything because you're, yeah, like trying to make sure it doesn't affect your living arrangement. I don't know. Very interesting though. Yeah, I would say be very direct with this person. Like don't let them slack. Yeah. I think they're on it. Queen of Pentacles is usually like a person that if they're in their light, you can trust them. But you look at all of the details of that person that you're dealing with, especially when it's coming to your finances or like a landlord or anything like that. Okay. Okay, let's do Cancer. Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Please, please, come love. Oh my. You have the Lovers that popped up. Okay. There's the King of Pentacles. Okay. So this is a pretty powerful connection, not gonna lie. This is either a partnership or dealing with love. I am not sure. Oh. Oh. Wow. Okay, I'm just gonna say it straight up like this. Not gonna lie, okay. So there's the Lovers, the King of Pentacles. There's the Seven of Cups, which could be a lot of choices, options, or an illusion that you have around a particular person or a strong connection. King of Pentacles is like talking about, this is either a business owner or an investor. And it's saying like there's an ending coming to one of the choices that you had. So if this is about, because you have the Death card. Okay, so this is also the Pluto retrograde, just FYI. So if there was a particular person, for example, there could have been some codependency here. Okay, I don't know if this is dealing with work or finances, because King of Pentacles thinks about things on a financial level. He is an investor. Okay, so there's something about this connection that, I don't know, Pluto could have brought something up or dissolved an illusion. Like, so if you had an energy that had come into your life, and there, like, sometimes, especially in this connection, because the ending card is the Wheel of Fortune, so that's a change happening. And it's pretty big and significant because you have these three major arcanas. There's an energy here that I want to say, like, there was an illusion. This King of Pentacles could have been whatever that's talking about. They didn't say much or reveal much, so that could have been why you were in kind of a guessing game with a particular energy. Because, and this King of Pentacles is like, they take a long time, because when it comes to their investments, they observe, they look at everything. And if there could have been like something, I don't know, maybe someone here just like wants to keep their options open, or it feels like there's a change happening that with a particular person. So I don't know if this is love romance. It definitely could be somehow connected to finances stuff, but it's telling me that you could be realizing that it could have felt similar to some of the old patterns that you've dealt with. You know, Pluto's death, sex, transformation, taxes. So there's the illusions down, and now there's like probably all these realizations coming up to the surface about what you didn't see about a particular person. And I feel as though you might feel as though Death card is cellular. Okay, so if there was a person that was triggering the heck out of you because you felt like it was very reminiscent of energies that you've dealt with before, it could have been highlighting that you really want to go in the direction of what this energy is presenting to you, but you are thinking that, like, maybe mistaking that being with that person is how, you know, like, that's typical. I heard this woman say this recently, and this is what I'm trying to get around to. There's this woman, Yasmina Rossi, and she was talking about how with certain relationships, looking back over the past, that she, in certain connections she was dealing with, she realized that what she was trying to awaken within herself, what is the relationship or partnerships that would come towards her. I've talked about that on the channel before. So if there's like something that you're struggling to awaken within yourself, you can mistake it for a person that's coming in and mirroring it for you, because this is Gemini. So it's a mirroring card. It mirrors the life or the qualities or traits that you want to embody, but you are struggling to activate it within yourself. So that's what it feels like, is there's an illusion falling down about maybe a particular person that you've been dealing with, either in work or in love romance, but it feels like there's a positive change that's coming in. Maybe you're deciding to do this for yourself, you know, create these qualities and attributes and really get organized and stable to embody this. Okay, does that all make sense? That's what I was trying to say. Okay. All right. I think that was positive. So you need to look at the people that are surrounding you. And don't wait for anyone to present an opportunity for you. If you want something to happen, make it happen for yourself. Okay. Oh, Leo. Sun, rising, Venus. Where are we at? All right. Not bad. What are we on? Positive. I don't know how that was negative. I think that's like a good, insightful, trying to figure out. Relationships are so crazy to figure out because you're like, why is there such a strong pull to this person? A lot of it is psychological. Okay. What are we on? Leo. Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Oh my gosh, I cannot make that up. The Leo card actually popped out. So we have the Strength card. Yeah. I mean, I feel like this is a perfect card. Okay. Yeah, that's you. Feels like you're trying to gather the courage to do something. All right. You have the Three of Cups. Okay, so it feels like you're, this could be some form of support or friendships. Hello. Let me see. Hold on. Holy cow, this is so good. Okay. All right. Here's what I'm going to say to you. Okay, Leo. I feel as though like a part of the struggle that you might experience is that there's a particular energy that activates you quite a bit. Okay, because we have the Four of Swords. This is like, every time I see this card, I love it because it's like my Magneto card. It's like the way that you energetically block what triggers you or makes you lose control over yourself. All right. And it's about making it more important that you have peace of mind because you really do have these positive cards, okay? You have the Three of Cups and the Nine of Cups. Feels like to me there's a particular energy in your life that is bringing some kind of wish fulfillment in. But I'm just feeling like there's another side where you might feel just really triggered, okay? And it's all about your ability to block yourself. So maybe about having boundaries or controlling your thoughts a little bit more or just being more aware of them. You know, that's why like this is a meditation mindfulness card because it helps you to like change the way I always see meditation, especially when you start out your day, is you change your chemical patterns because of what you're doing with your thoughts. So it changes up your cells even. It really does. So that's why like that might be a big emphasis for you is some form of mindfulness or meditation because I think that there's an energy that's popping in that it all looks good. That's why if you are experiencing any craziness, there's about to be some kind of wish fulfillment, okay? I don't know what it is. It could be from social connections or a group that comes in some way. It could just be people that you're meeting and talking to, or it's like a support system. It's like bringing in some kind of a wish fulfillment, okay? Like maybe getting your emotions on balance. So that's why I was saying, do what you can to quiet your mind and go out of your comfort zone because you might have something that like leads you in the direction of something that's kind of a wish fulfillment. And yeah, yeah. Okay. All right. Let's do Virgo next. It was a good, sorry, I know that might have been short. It was a good reading. You had the Three of Cups and the Nine of Cups. It looks like either friendships or you might get an invitation from some friends, and it's like this thing that you've been really wishing and hoping for, and it's going to make you feel really happy. So it's like you've got a good reading. Okay, what do I say? Okay, who are we on? Virgo. Oh, look at that. Oh, look at that. Wow. Okay, Virgo. This is an unbelievably straightforward connection or message. Okay, so there's the Emperor, the Queen of Wands, which this is a lot of fire. So you could be dealing with a fire sign, or there's a lot of attraction here. Okay, because the Two of Cups is right here. So this is kind of hilarious because look, whenever this Mars type energy comes in, the Emperor, it's kind of like a hair blowing back experience because Mars dominates and it's like such a strong energy. I've come across it like, look, I've met, okay, let's get into this a little bit. Okay, I've met, definitely, you know, I'm not different than anyone else. I've met some different emperors in my lifetime, many in their shadow with control, or, you know, like even, I would say almost like false emperors. Okay, and then there are some that I've met that, like, when they enter whatever arena they're walking into, it's like it's pretty impactful. I don't know if that's you or if you're dealing with a boss or an owner and there is a strong attraction, okay? Because Queen of Wands is very attractive, charismatic, you know, she's very feisty, you know? She's extremely confident. So there's a connection here. What do I say? Or there could be someone here that's trying to like emotionally connect, or that could have already happened. There was an emotional bond that was created here. And it doesn't really feel bad. I mean, for some of you guys too, you could either be attracted to a person that owns their own business, or if this is a work thing, this is kind of similar to Aquarius's reading that I did last week. Be cautious of dipping your pen in the company ink, okay? If you have a boss or like an older man, like, that's coming in, okay? High attraction. Oh, man. Okay, you have to be cautious of this, okay? We have the Three of Swords. No dipping. What happened here? Three of Wands. Huh. Where am I at? What happened here? There's some unresolved stuff here that happened. Oh, okay. This Three of Swords could be like just some pain. I mean, you have the Three of Wands and the Three of Swords. So I don't know if there's like a third party energy in here somewhere. I'm not going to predict that. It could just be some like old pain or whatever from the past. Huh. That's very unfortunate. That's a pretty strong connection or attraction. Here's the other thing I'm going to caution you about, okay? So that Three of Swords could also be, I've talked about this a bit in the Virgo readings. It could be another energy that is like connected in here. I don't know. I don't know who it is. I mean, this could be another energy that maybe it's an ex. There's just some pain here, and it's influencing this. But still watching and stalking. Okay. But every time I see this card, it's like some form of triangulation. Or it can be like, yeah, maybe feeling betrayed, or I guess that's my only concern. This is either unresolved pain, this can be health issues. I'm not the biggest fan of, but this doesn't have to just be a bad thing. Like, it could be that, let me put another spin on this. Yeah, there could be a particular person that you feel like they have a third party energy. Other message that I'm getting is, I wonder if there's like an underlying health issue or something that is affecting this. But this Three of Wands is a law of attraction. So you might have some trippy realizations about a person that you've attracted to right now, and it could be connected to a wound. So that might be the thing that comes into your realization, is there's a particular person. The Emperor to me could be like father issues, like daddy issues. It can be stuff like that. So yeah, it could be some PTSD too. It could be a multitude of things with that Three of Swords. But sometimes that's not my mental health card. Nine of Swords and Eight of Swords is more of my mental health thing. Three of Swords to me is like, it's an internal thing or an issue. Sometimes to me that's health issues. So anyway. But also, if there's a person here that is trying to keep control over a Queen of Wands and is trying to use a third party to maintain that control, just keep that awareness, like people sending in other people to try to access you, or, you know, keep control over your energy. Okay. Who are we on? Libra. Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus? Oh. Hello, Libra. You have the Eight of Cups straight up. Okay, so looks like you're getting pretty close to walking away from something. Feels like you might still be making the decision, or you might just be in the process right now. It almost feels like resolute, Libra. Like you might be very resolute, or if before you were super confused about who or what you needed to walk away from, it feels like that is very clear to you over this next week, who you need to maintain an emotional distance from, because it keeps you stagnant or confused or unhappy. Oh yeah. Four of Pentacles. Very reserved. That's good, actually. Also, I've been seeing this pop up, Libra. Conserve. Conserve your energy. Conserve, because it almost feels like there's a preparation coming for some kind of movement that you're going to make. So that's why this Four of Pentacles, it could be, yeah, conserve your resources. Yeah, just conserve as much as possible, because it feels like, actually, there's this Three of Cups coming in. I wonder if this is just like a temporary thing. You could be making a decision right now that like is just for your highest good. So it could come across as selfish to other people, but it might be that you're just in this point where you're realizing like you could have put your life on hold to a certain extent for quite a long time, and now you're making like kind of living for yourself at this time. If you have any type of friendships, yeah, this is very interesting. What a fascinating combo. So you have the Seven of Wands. Yes, I would say you don't have to explain yourself for to anyone. This is a really interesting combination because I'm feeling like on one side in your life, you could be feeling as though you feel like a lot of different energies are ganging up on you. You know what I mean? Like you might just feel like, whoa, there's a lot of different energy that's coming at you. Sometimes I say that this is like my Inception combination. You know how in that movie Inception where like they go into dreams, and when there's like an intruder in their dreams, their subconscious will attack. It's almost like that, what I'm picking up on with this, Libra, because there could be a situation where it's like time for you to walk away. I don't know if you have yet. Maybe you are, oh, this almost feels like there's also a part of you too that you're clinging on to certain things because you might be afraid of survival, or like you're not going to have what you need, and so there's been certain things that you've been clinging on to because like I don't know, maybe that Four of Pentacles is like you've still got some remaining fears of money and prosperity and abundance. So it feels like almost there's this point, this is always my crab bucket card, because it's kind of like as you are elevating and evolving, other energies that refuse to make the certain changes that you feel forced to make, but other people are like so against you or what you're doing, or they refuse to make the same changes. They might be your most like challenging people. So I'm seeing here, yeah, I would almost keep this to yourself, this walking away, because this Seven of Wands is kind of saying like this might be resistance, or you know, like someone that puts negative energy into the movement that you're about to make. So it feels like that's one side that you're dealing with, but on another side, you could be connecting with friends or a friendship. I don't know, or you have some type of social community that's actually grounding you at this time. Because it feels like there's some kind of exciting movement that's going to come in where you are like taking time to learn something. Okay. You might have support while you do this. Does that make sense? So that's what I was saying, something about social or community. So if you're planning to walk away from a situation, it feels like there's another energy that's supportive. I don't know what that's saying, but it might help you to feel grounded and stable. That Seven of Pentacles with the Knight of Wands was a really fascinating combo, because it's kind of like it'll take you a little bit to ground yourself after some kind of movement happens. It might be very exciting, whatever happens, whatever change is coming in for you. It just will take a little bit for you to get stable in some way, because maybe you'll feel a little excited or like triggered over the change that happened. It's all gonna be good. That's good. Yeah, I would keep it to yourself. That's hilarious message. Okay, who's the next one? Who was it? Dude, Scorpio. Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. It's actually still light here. Isn't that crazy? Okay. Should I take those cards? They all just flew out. Scorpio. Okay. We'll do it. Okay. Page of Swords. Okay. Feels like to me you are about to complete something pretty huge. All right. You might be in kind of this crazy mode of just getting rid of stuff. This is so funny. And okay, so there are two particular energies that I can see that I don't know if this is like it could be a boss or business owner or fatherly type of energy. And the Queen of Pentacles can sometimes be a mother, so that could be the case here. They are in the Five of Pentacles mode. So they're either struggling financially or they are just feeling rejected and left out in the cold from your warmth. Because there's the Knight of Cups, which I'm gonna say is you. It's interesting how I formed these cards because they're like positioned in very different ways. It's okay. Very interesting. It feels like there's communications that are coming in or messages that are gonna like where you're about to close out it could have been a debt or something that was kind of dragging you down, or just like it was just dragging forever. It feels like that is gonna come. You might be trying to communicate to get this finalized. Okay. There's also another person that I feel like you are watching or someone is watching you that could be like a good luck energy, because you have this fascinating combo over here, which I find is very interesting. You have the Page of Swords and the Wheel of Fortune right there. I positioned these very interestingly. So it feels like there's a person that you're watching that like you're either watching for someone's changes or vice versa. Okay. It could be an air sign because it feels like, to me, it feels like you're very emotional about a particular situation that you might feel like these rejection and abandonment issues with. So it could be dealing with parents, because I'm just feeling like you might be a bit more in your feels, or you're like emotionally giving to a certain situation, but something about you might make you feel like you don't fit in with these energies. Okay. You might have, that could be some of the stuff that comes up with this Pluto energy, is like issues around if you were scapegoated or the black sheep in any way, like you took a different path and whatever. Feels like you might feel kind of emotional about that situation. It's all good, okay? Because I feel like there's movement that's coming up. So if these things come up to the surface for you, it's just helping you to, because you have this World card over the Eight of Wands and the Ten of Wands. So any type of messages or communications that are coming in are helping you to finish out a cycle, okay? So you could feel kind of, see how that card looks? You might be kind of like that. Very, like a fetus, like you're going through some kind of a rebirth. So you might be very encompassed by like your guide's energy as you're going through some kind of a transformation. It's almost like there's a bubble of energy that's around you, so that certain energies that might be coming in and causing some type of issues, that you're not like, you could be feeling emotional, but they're not able to penetrate your energy. This is all random. I don't know what this is saying, but it's saying when this all kind of completes this process, which I would say this might even be a little bit longer than like a day or two reading, but this is like something about you is going to free up. And it's like if you've been in a Groundhog's Day of energy, that's about to shift and change, because there could be a new insight or a new energy that's presenting something like really different, and it's signifying that you're changing cycles, okay? Which is super exciting. It's like finally you could have a lot of good luck on your side, like situations that just go your way, because the more, and maybe that's a motivation piece, that the more that you figure out that you're releasing something, that like more of your good luck and change is coming back in. You know what I mean? Very interesting reading. Okay, that was Scorpio. Let's do Sagittarius. Okay. That's interesting. Okay, Sag. Wowza. This is amazing. So you had the Three of Pentacles and the Ten of Cups pop up. That is amazing. You might be coming into some form of a collaboration. It could be a work environment, or I don't know if you're working with certain energies. You could be paying money, and it's like, oh my gosh, this is amazing. You might be feeling this Ten of Cups over the next day. Like maybe there's certain people that are supporting you. I don't know who this is. Like, it's something here on spending money, because the Three of Pentacles is here, and there's three specific energies. Okay, this is actually really cool, because it feels like to me there's someone coming in that's bringing you back up in your emotional state. So you might be feeling like very high vibe. You know what I'm saying? It's like you are very much feeling emotionally connected to certain people. Look at this. You have the Magician card. Sheesh. Dude, these are really good cards. So there could be an energy here. Okay, this is so funny. You could have some kind of a energy that you're dealing with in some arena. I don't know if it's a work environment or that you're visiting a location in some way, and someone could be head over heels for you, or you're feeling for them. And this Magician card, it almost feels like if this is love romance, it could be a particular person that's like we have the Justice card. This is so cute, because I feel as though, oh my gosh, and there's the Sun card on the bottom. This is such a cute reading. We do not always get readings like this. So it feels like to me that there's a person that you could be dealing with, or someone dealing with, I don't know who's feeling this, but someone here, like, first off, I think that there's a lot of reciprocal energy. If this is involving legal stuff, there's the Justice card. So what I was seeing here, though, is there's a person that like is noticing very much either you're very fair or balanced or patient, I don't know, or this person just like thinks that you're very like diplomatic, like you're very fair, like you don't try to take advantage, like, and it's very interesting reading because it's literally saying that it's like almost making this person look, okay, if you have been feeling pulled, it almost feels like you might, maybe you do a little research or you go find a certain place that could help you out, okay? Like I said, You might be spending a little bit of money to invest in this. It feels like to me it'll be hugely worth it, because it almost feels like it would help you to like help you with time management, like getting someone else, almost like hiring someone, but it's not hiring someone. It can be a trainer or a coach or a business or something that's coming in as a supportive piece. I would seriously look into that. If you need to do something for your health at this time, invest in it, because it's almost like when you get to this full-blown energy of the 10 of Cups, which is an incredible energy, it's gratitude, joy, just like it's delicious. Your manifestation abilities will be potent and high. Okay, it's talking about some form of support that would be very good for you. Okay, I'm just seeing someone's all like mesmerized because they think you're fair, or they think you're very honest and truthful. I'm literally seeing mesmerized. It's so funny. I don't know what that is. But you might also have something go your way if it's coming to legal agreements, anything legal or tax stuff. It feels like to me that you could get support and it would bring in a wish fulfillment in some way. Okay. So do your research. Look into stuff. Figure out how you can make things easier. Okay. Okay, let's do Capricorn. Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. What time is it? Cool. I'm doing good on time. Well, Cap. We do not waste time. The Emperor continues to make an appearance. Okay. Cap. I thought I saw... Oh, there is a card that popped down. Okay, there's the Moon and the Emperor. Why does this have to make an appearance? Okay, you could be dealing with... Oh. Sheesh. Holy major arcanas. Okay, are you ready for this? So we have the Emperor and the Moon. And then we have the Death and the Justice. That's okay. So we've got Aries, Pisces, Cancer-ish, Scorpio, and Libra. Okay, dude. All right. This is a very intense combination. Okay, it feels like to me there's an Emperor that might come into your reality. I don't know if it's a boss or a father energy or a business owner, just as a Mars energy. They might, I don't know if you've been dealing with them already, but it might be saying that they might be showing something to you that, but they're not really like, the way that they're approaching the situation, it might be that they're, because there's like an emotional sensitivity here. This Emperor person, the way that they come in, it's not very like play around or cater to your emotional sensitivities. This person is who they are, typical, my way or the highway, like they don't change, and that's okay. It's not to say that they have to, but it might be that, dude, the Death card and the Justice card with this. Okay. First off, okay, if this is legal stuff, so there could be some things here around. The Death card is some form of a transformation that's happening here, and it's tied to this Emperor energy. So for some of you guys, if this is like father energy tied to father stuff, then it can be stuff about your father. But the Death card is always like debts, okay? It can be karmic debts. It can also be, should we get into this? Yeah, let's do a little bit. Some of you guys, this could be about like Lilith energy, which I don't talk a whole lot about, but this death card almost feels like an ego death, and it could be some form of pride that is coming to an end, okay? It's like, because the justice at the end is saying there's an imbalance that someone might be coming in and highlighting for you. It might be a bit uncomfortable, to be totally honest. When the Emperor comes in, they mean business. Like, they do not mess around. And generally, when they come into your reality in some way, you will feel very pushed to transform, which could be kind of a wake-up call for you. So if you had been struggling to make some changes, or if you couldn't figure out what the next direction is, this Emperor will come in, and it's not a very direct approach. They can be blunt. Mars type energies can be very blunt, but this might be, I don't know, I'm seeing kind of like someone's emotionally sensitive to how this energy is coming in here, but it's causing some type of balance to take place. Like, this is huge energies. It's a lot of truth, like looking truth in the face, seeing things very clearly. That wasn't the case before, but this energy is highlighting it. Okay. So it's kind of like you won't be able to look away from whatever transformation needs to take place for you at this time. Like, if you weren't taking action on certain things, this will totally change that. Emperors are catalysts, you know? It's that warrior energy. So yeah, it might be like, what do you need to be honest with yourself about? How are you preventing your transformation from taking place, you know? Okay, who are we on? Aquarius. Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. I cannot make this up. Look what literally popped out. Oh, I love when that happens. Okay. Nice. Actually, wow. What a combination. Okay. Wow. Aquarius, if you were lacking motivation before, or if your perception was kind of distorted, or if you were kind of apathetic, like things that you used to care a lot about, the star is saying like you're in your element. Like, there's progress that's happening in your healing, and there's something here where you're not as complacent, or like I said, like lazy, or where your perception gets kind of distorted. That's changing. This is really good. Your confidence could be getting stronger. Feels like to me that your confidence is coming back. Also, this is very interesting. So I'm just seeing kind of like, because you have this whole stuff, you have the Queen of Wands and the High Priestess. Actually, now I'm getting something different. Okay. If you have dealt with a fire sign, I don't know. I mean, it feels a little more female to me, but you might be getting a lot of signs and synchronicities about this person. Because I'm seeing like intuitively you're picking up on something, so you could be like seeing these signs of a particular person. Maybe there's a person here that you didn't see someone accurately, or you had a distorted a distorted perception about a person. You might have misread someone, Aquarius. I'm saying that all with love. You might have been dealing with a person, and this person might actually, like, they might want to communicate with you or work things out with you, but they're very cautious. They might be waiting for you to come out of some level of distortion. It's almost like I'm seeing a person here that you've dealt with that's kind of waiting for you to come to a certain level of healing, for you to realize like that. But this person wants to continue to grow. They're just waiting for timing. Very interesting. It's almost like this person is waiting for you to come back. I don't know what that is talking about. It's just some kind of interaction. So that's why I was saying, what an interesting reading. It's almost like there's a person here that there's a person that's observing you. Okay, I don't know in what arena this is, but it's saying that they might be thinking that you didn't see them accurately, or you misread them, or the situation. Emotionally, they could have thought that you were off base on like a call that you made about them. I don't know if you were or not. I'm not going to say that. I'm definitely not going to be the one to say that. But they might also be feeling like you have a distortion in your healing process. But they're kind of like, someone might be waiting for you to learn something or see something in a specific way. Maybe karma. But they might be, it's showing me again, sorry, they want to progress. They could be working really hard right now. There was just some disappointment that happened here between you and this person, and someone wants to make it right. That's kind of the main message that I'm getting here. So if you're seeing a lot of signs and synchronicities about a person, yeah, I definitely am not going to be the person to tell you guys to go back or not, but it's Hoover season, so definitely what I said at the beginning could apply. You might hear from this person. I don't know. Okay. Okay, let's do Pisces. Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus? Oh, Miss J. I love that. That makes me so happy. Okay. What was that? That was the first one. I did not make that up. Okay. Pisces. Okay. Holy amazingness. Okay. Wow, you got the star card. I feel as though there could have been a person, this has been Mars energy. So this is either a business owner, father. There is a huge awakening happening because of this person. And it's not that far off. It feels like to me, I wonder if there's a particular energy that you want to heal with. This feels like what's coming back around. Okay. Someone might want a second chance. Huh. Oh, this is very fascinating. Okay. So I feel as though this is fascinating. So you have, right, the Emperor, the Judgment, and the Star card. dude, I pull so many cards. And then you have the Queen of Swords, the Four of Pentacles, and the Six of Pentacles. Okay, this is very interesting because I'm getting here. There could be an energy here that you had some kind of exchange with this person. Could have been monetarily, or there could have just been something generous here. You were either generous with your time or energy. Maybe they felt like that. It just feels like there's a lot of assessing of the equal give and take. So there could be an imbalance there. Very interesting how this is popping up. Because what I was getting before too, this is so funny. I was getting a little bit of like, you might be able to heal with this energy. I don't know if you might be going back around for a second chance to maybe, I don't know if it's an apology but there's something here that I can see, like, I don't know if this is like an air sign that you're dealing with, because you have this Queen of Swords, but I'm getting here that an energy might be like trying to, okay, I watched this thing recently on how like sometimes the way that men or masculines will come forward is they're like generous a little bit because they are assessing to see if you will be reciprocal. And I'm getting with a particular energy that someone might be like, you just might be kind of guarded with certain energies and their intentions of coming forward towards you, like why all of a sudden they're giving to you, or if someone's like trying to be generous, it's like something changed and you might be like kind of guarded or assessing like what's their angle, like why are they doing this. And it could be too that right now, Pisces, something about your energy might look very progressive in a way, or very unique. And it might be that is generally the Emperor's approach. Like, this Emperor assesses. So it could be that there's an energy that's pretty strategic about how they're approaching you, and it's like wanting to do it right, wanting to not wanting to screw anything up. But they might perceive you to be going through an awakening right now in your healing process, and this Queen of Swords might be saying like right now you have some boundary up with them, maybe because like of some healing that needs to take place. Okay, but it's saying for a bit, if you just need to focus on yourself and keep your boundaries strong because maybe you're in the midst of this awakening, okay, then it might be that once you finish this process, you'll probably be very generous in some way. I don't know. And maybe it's like because I'm seeing it's either from you or this other person, there's like a move that's made to try to create some kind of equal give and take between the two of you. Okay. Someone's trying to see if like you guys will both be givers in the situation. Does that make sense? This person doesn't look like, there could have been a time that maybe you might be guarded because you're thinking this person might be selfish. That's fine. I would keep assessing things. But Queen of Swords is saying like you have the intelligence and knowledge. You have a lot of air energy coming in here. But I could see here that you're kind of like assessing this person and their intentions. Or you have some kind of, you put up a boundary with them. Yeah, very interesting. Shallow howls. That's so funny. That's very funny. Okay. Yeah, I would just say that. This is a very interesting reading, Pisces. I guess all I would say is that when your healing finishes, you might come into a different energy. So I wouldn't judge things quite yet. Because yeah, I'm getting people like testing, seeing like, okay, I'm gonna give to Pisces and see the reaction. They're like trying to test it to see if you're gonna be generous back, or where it's gonna create an opening into a situation to connect in some way. Okay. Very interesting. I mean, yeah, like keep your boundaries strong. This is, some of you guys, this could be a Hoover, so keep that in mind. All right. But that Emperor is very entertaining. This is a true Emperor, because sometimes you guys can just assess that a little bit more, because you might be just looking at a certain masculine in your life and you're like, well, that's the Emperor, but you could be dealing with like a King of Cups, you know? So just make sure that you're like, it's a kind of specific message about who would create this awakening for you, because this is another kind of catalyst energy to your healing. Created some kind of forward progress for you, because I'm feeling as though this Emperor is a very high vibrational type of Emperor. This is a very awakened human, and I don't say that very much, but this energy at the top is like pretty impressive. Okay. And it might be that entanglement might be causing you to naturally awaken, which might be it's almost like I'm seeing with this energy that this person could be triggering you quite a bit. And it's like you just needed to take a little bit of a break, because it could have felt kind of intense. But yeah, this is a general reading. Yes. So interesting. Okay, I'm going to leave it there. That's all of them. We got through all the signs. I'm sure I'm not discerning enough. Yeah, I do agree with that, Rachel. And do you know what's interesting too that I was assessing about Pisces? I'm going to say this really quick. One day I went to like a nature place. What are those? Like a green center. What are those places where they sell a lot of plants? Like a greenhouse kind of. I went to one of those one day, and they had these ponds of fish. And I was watching the fish, and I know everyone knows this, and it might sound so simple, but it was also kind of profound. And I love to watch fish. I mean, it should not be that surprising because I'm a Pisces. I love fish. I could watch them for hours. They're so calming to me, and I love observing them. So I was watching these fish. Yeah, kind of like a botanical garden. And they had all these koi fish and goldfish in these different places. And I was watching how the fish would, you know how they have a short memory, like short, yeah, like I think it's like a 3-second memory. So like when you walk up to the tank, they can like get scared and they scatter. But then like 3 seconds later, they're coming back over because they just forget. It's almost, I was like, that's so similar to Pisces that I've met, is like they forget. They forget sometimes what happens that's painful. It might just be this fascinating blessing that comes in with what Pisces have to deal with in this crazy world. And it might be that a part of like a blessing / curse that you have is that like you have this ability to forget, and like, but it helps you to move. Like it helps you to move forward. So it's like that might be very like challenging for people to understand is about a Pisces trait, because this isn't just me that I've assessed this in. I've come across many Pisces in my lifetime, many, and they, yeah, they forgive. They have a forgiveness that's like, it can be their downfall, but slash the biggest blessing. So it's like you can move on from very challenging situations. But I think for you during this season, is during this month of September, is to move into your wish fulfillment, but to also, like, how can you keep activated an energy of like others that are trying to hoover you? Because you can become so high vibrational that you're just kind of like, everything's great and dandy and wonderful, but those people that are still trying to hurt you are still trying to hurt you. So, and just whatever internal thing that they're going through. So keep that in mind. I guess that was a nice little message for you guys waiting. Okay, I'm gonna jump off. Thank you guys for jumping on. I hope you got something useful from this. Sorry I didn't go live last week. Yeah, I just needed some time. I was just doing some good, like, there was a lot happening. So I just needed to get some ducks in a row. But yeah, thank you guys. I love you so much. And I'll see you in the weekend reads, okay? Take care of yourselves. Keep your self-care really strong, okay? Love you.